Be delusional. Yeah, I said it, be delusional from day one. The world tries to beat that out of you. They say, be realistic. Get your head out of the clouds. Face facts. But who decides what's real? Who made the rule that says you can't? Be more, do more, create more, become legendary? The truth is, every person who changed the world started off delusional. No proof, no plan, no promise, just belief, just obsession. Just a fire inside that said, I see something no one else sees. You want to get out of a life you hate? You want more than what your parents, school, or friends ever thought was possible. Then you have to learn how to live in your own dream. Nothing great was ever built by waiting for someone to say, go. And you don't need anyone's okay, not your boss, your teacher, your family, or your past. No one can tell you what your limit is. That voice in your head saying, what if I really can do it? That's not just noise. That's your truth trying to come out before the world shuts it down. Being delusional means believing in yourself with no cheering, no money, no success yet, and no backup plan. It means believing even when people say you're crazy. But someone's going to win. Someone's going to make it, so why not you? Delusion means saying, I'm going to make this real, even when all you have is doubt and silence. People laugh at that until you win. Then they say you're brilliant. That's the pattern. They doubt you, then laugh at you, then ignore you, until one day they want to be around you. Most people don't actually fail, they just give up. Before trying, they say, not everyone's meant to win, or I'm just being realistic. But being realistic is just a fancy way of giving up. It's a story people tell to make it feel okay to be average. But that's not you. If you're still listening, then you're different. You'd rather fail 100 times chasing something great than succeed once by playing it safe. Be delusional enough to believe you can start with nothing and build something amazing. Be the one who wakes up at 5 a.m. for a dream only you believe in. Keep going even after rejection, failure, and embarrassment. Most people quit when they hear no. Delusional people turn no into watch me. Every rejection is just a redirection. Every step back is just the setup for a comeback. That's the difference between average people and the obsessed ones. You've got to believe so hard that you can't see limits. You have to ignore doubt. Be so grounded in your reason that nothing, no failure, no loneliness can stop you. And yes, it'll hurt. You'll lose people. You'll be misunderstood. That's part of it. That's the price. People will call you crazy until you make your dream real. Then suddenly, they'll say you were brave. Let them talk. Let them laugh. That noise is proof you're doing something worth watching. Keep building. Keep showing up, especially when it's hard. That's where real growth lives. That's how you break away from the crowd. Success isn't about being lucky or talented. It's about being obsessed, so obsessed it almost doesn't make sense. Everything changes when you stop waiting for someone to choose you and start choosing yourself. That's the moment the real you shows up, the one buried under all the doubt and opinions. Nothing you want is supposed to be easy. That's on purpose. That's how the world figures out who's strong enough. You're not meant to be handed the dream. You're meant to fight for it, bleed for it, miss parties, lose sleep, and go broke because you believe. Because you know what's waiting if you keep going. And if you can't see it yet, borrow my belief until yours kicks in. Just don't quit. Be delusional enough to outlast reality, because that's how you change it. Everybody talks about changing the world, but no one talks about how lonely it feels, how silly it looks, how bad it hurts. But that's the cost. And when you finally get there, when the dream in your head matches what you see, you'll realize every doubt, every joke, every late night was worth it. Keep being the one no one understands. Keep walking alone if that's what it takes. Here's the truth. The strongest people started in silence. No crowd, no cheers, no likes. They worked while others partied. They built while others slept. They studied while others scrolled. They had a dream and followed it, even when no one else could see it. That's what delusion is, moving like it's already yours, even before the world lets you have it. You've got to be okay with looking silly. You have to start before you feel ready. You say, I'm doing this, and then let them laugh, let them doubt, let them talk. Good, use that. Their teasing is just fear hiding. Their laughter proves they couldn't do it, so you smile, say nothing, and keep building. You're not here to blend in. You're here to break the rules. Not to settle, but to crush limits. Not to survive, but to lead and shine. The people who make history never blend in. They're too loud, too focused, too much. And that's the point. Be too much for a world that wants you small. Be brave when everyone else is average. Be sure when everyone else is confused. Be fearless even when you're scared. Because fear is coming either way. That's just being human. But courage isn't the same as not being scared. Courage means doing it anyway. Fear says, you're not ready, you're not good enough, you might fail. You say back, watch me. Fear only wins if you listen to it. Take the shot. Make the move. You'll never be 100% ready. You'll never know everything. But waiting for perfect means you'll wait forever. So start messy. Move scared, build anyway. No one has it all figured out. The winners are just the ones who keep walking forward, even in the fog. One step, one brick, one try, one post, one call. It doesn't matter how small. Just move. Love the work. Love the silence. Love the boring stuff. That's where you earn real respect from yourself. Want to feel proud? Keep your own promises. Do what you said you'd do. Show up for yourself. No one's coming to rescue you. No one's giving you the dream. No one's carrying you to the finish line. It's you versus you. And guess what? You already have what you need. Not money, not big connections, but the mindset, the drive, the will to keep going when it's hard, when you're alone, when nothing's working. That's your secret weapon. Most people won't do that. They pause, they wait, they give up. But not you. You're wild enough to believe you can win, even when the odds say you can't. And don't get it wrong. You don't win by chance. You don't win by hoping. You win by sticking with it. By showing up when others quit. By believing when no one else does. By grinding quietly. And when the day comes when they finally say, I knew you'd do it, you'll remember when they didn't believe. You'll remember the silence, the rejection, the doubt, and you'll realize you didn't need them, you just needed you. So be delusional enough to say, I will win. Say it proudly. Say it with your actions. Say it with your habits. Believe it so deeply that nothing can shake it. People will call you cocky, unrealistic, too confident. Let them play. It's small. You keep rising. You keep building. You keep showing them what real belief looks like. Because what they call delusional today, they'll call vision tomorrow. They're not supposed to understand. That's why it's your vision, not theirs. You saw something for a reason. That's the difference between regular and amazing. People will try to trap you in a box. It makes them feel safe. Your potential scares them. It reminds them of what they gave up on. Don't take it personal. That's their issue, not yours. You just keep growing. Keep changing. Keep leveling up until their box can't hold you anymore. And yes, you're going to outgrow some people. You'll leave behind some habits. You'll move past old versions of yourself. That's growth. It's supposed to feel weird. It stretches you, breaks you open. Because what's coming next is stronger, smarter, and better. Stop making yourself small just to make others feel okay. You weren't made to blend in. You were built to break through. And don't get it twisted, this isn't about ego. This is about leaving something behind. Waking up each day with fire. To build something real. To leave proof you were here. Not just alive, but really living. Fighting for something. Becoming someone. Most people don't get that. They just survive. But they don't really live. Don't be most people. Be the rare one. The obsessed one. The one who showed up with no claps. The one who didn't wait for someday. You've got right now. This moment, so use it. Fight for it. Bet on yourself like there's no backup plan, because there isn't one. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to settle. You weren't made to sit on the sidelines. You were built for the field, for the grind, for the glory. And that glory shows up after the pain, after the silence, after missing parties, after early mornings and lonely nights. That's where the real winners live, in the places everyone else avoids. Be delusional enough to believe you're not finished. That the next try could be the one. That even if no one claps, you still deserve it. Today doesn't define you unless you let it. Let them sleep on you. Let them doubt. Let them ignore. You don't need noise. You don't need hype. You need habits, discipline, results. That's the real power, not being flashy, but following through. Quiet confidence. Head down to work. Head up for results. It's not about being perfect or fearless. It's about never giving up. About standing up when you've got nothing left. About pushing forward when everything hurts. About believing in the future even when the present looks terrible. That's power. That's what makes you unstoppable. So stop asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what if I win? Stop living like there's time to waste. Stop holding back just to not look silly. Looking silly is part of the deal. Failing is part of the plan. That's how you earn your win. So fail big, fail proud. Then get back up and do better. One day, and that day will come, everything you're doing now will matter. Every 5 a.m. alarm, every lonely Friday night, every time someone told you no and you kept going, every time you chose focus over fun. One day it'll all come together. People will ask how you did it. They'll want a secret, a shortcut, some luck, but you'll just smile. Because you'll know it was those late nights no one saw, the hard work no one clapped for, the belief no one else had. Be wild enough to believe you're not just one of the greats, you're the great. The world doesn't reward people who play small. It rewards the bold, the obsessed, the ones who stand tall when others sit back. That could be you. That should be you. But not if you keep hiding. Not if you keep waiting. You're ready now. You've always been ready. You just needed permission. So here it is, you're allowed to want more. You're allowed to change everything. You're allowed to grow out of who you used to be. You're allowed to say, I want better, and go get it, no apology. Yeah, some people won't like it. They'll call you selfish, arrogant, too much. Good. That means you're doing something right. When you start living fully, people who live halfway can feel it. It shakes them. But that's their problem, not yours. You didn't come here to make people feel cozy. You came here to make history, to change your family's future, to prove that your dream wasn't fake, it was a preview. You came to build, to rise, to leave behind a life that says, I was here. I mattered. I made this happen. So stop waiting, start now. Be delusional enough to act like it's already yours, because belief becomes real through action. Confidence doesn't come first, it grows in the dark, by doing hard things again and again. You want to lead? Lead yourself. You want respect? Respect your time. You want people to see your worth? Treat your dream like it's priceless, because it is. The world puts money on people who put money on themselves. So cut the excuses, cut the noise, Cut the "I'll start tomorrow." You don't need another quote, another video, another notebook. You need to decide right now that you're all in, no matter what. Want peace? Build it. Want freedom? Earn it. Want a legacy? Make it. The only way out is through the pain, the failure, the doubt, the voice that says, "This might not work." That voice isn't your enemy, it's your chance to prove it wrong. Be delusional, not because they said you couldn't. Tired? Good. That means you're working. Scared? Good. That means you're growing. Alone? Good. That means you're different. And the ones who change everything? They're always different. The rule breakers, the trailblazers, the ones who say, "Watch me," while the rest wait for someone to say go. So build your life, build your mind, build your soul. Be relentless, be wild, be obsessed, be delusional. Because the world wasn't changed by the careful ones. It was changed by the weird ones, the dreamers. The ones who saw something no one else saw and chased it anyway. And if you're still breathing, you still have time. Your story isn't done. So flip the page. Go be the one.